Hey y'all, welcome back again. Hey, I've had a lot of people, different places I've took this UTV, or they've seen me out. They've all asked me where I got my carryall, so I'm going to be showing y'all my homemade do-it-yourself DIY carryall on my Honda Pioneer. I didn't want to get a big one, one that would go on a truck. I wanted to build one that would be functional in the woods and with a bed. And as you can see, it fits between the tires. When I made it, I wanted it to clear the tires. I could have probably got a couple more inches on both sides, but it actually worked out really good where it's at. I actually have it raised up. As you can see, I did an angle up so that it wouldn't drag, so me going up hills or whatever. And plus, I wanted it, if I dumped it, it would not interfere with the bed dumping or the tailgate down. Now, one downfall to this is with the tailgate down, it does touch the carryall. Now, most of the time, if I'm loading a deer, it does go on the carryall. I mean, I can put a buck or a doe or whatever on there. I can strap it down, bend the head back over, and I have no issues, and it leaves my bed empty for, all my equipment, my video equipment, my backpack, whatnot. Now, if we're out and there's two of us hunting, we both harvest a deer, then I can lean this bed down and two of us can set the deer up onto the carryall and then pick it up and set it inside the bed, and then, of course, grab the front and push it down and then load the second deer on here, which a lot of times I run a cooler on here too. So that's my DI or my homemade stand. So now I'll take it off and show you the measurements and give you a detailed list of what materials you have to get to build one of these like this. Now for material, this is 2-inch receiver material, your whole center section. So basically, you're going to need 42 inches of 2-inch receiver material. You're going to need 10 foot of, this is actually 2-inch by 1.5 angle iron. So you're actually going to need 10 foot of it. Now, I actually overlapped mine instead of 45 in the corners. 45 would be prettier, but I wanted that extra strength. And I used 1/2-inch round stock steel. You'll need roughly 13 feet of it. So as far as the measurements, you could actually 45 both of these, bend it in, pie cut it and bend it in and weld it, but these are actually butted up and welded and grinded back smooth. So the shaft itself that goes in the insert is actually 13 inches long. Then it's going to travel down or travel upward 8 inches and then butt up. And then I run the square tubing the length that I wanted it, which was 20 inches. So you have 20, 8, and then you have 13. That gives you the height you need. If you go up a hill, you ain't really got to worry about that dragging. I've been in very few places that has even got near the ground. I mean, you got to really be almost at a 45-degree angle to get that to touch. Okay, now as far as the frame, it's, like I said, I overlapped the pieces. That's a 3 foot wide by 20 inches tall. Or 20 inches, it's 3 foot wide by 20 inches deep, and then I got some good expanded metal on here. Now, like I said, it would probably be better if you pie cut it, 45-degree angle and butted this up and jigged it and welded it. But if you want to overlap like I did, the only thing I have to do is take a flapper wheel or a DA wheel and grind that point off so it's nice and smooth. Now, while I had it off, when I cut my box to weld it, I actually drilled holes in it, 1/2-inch holes all the way around, so I could hook my tie downs, you know, whatever I could hook in there to ratchet strap the deer, or just bungees to go back and forth. That should make it pretty structural, especially this here is like 1/4 inch. I just happen to have this piece as expanded metal. I just happen to have this piece, and it had probably been sturdy enough, but I wanted to go that extra little bit, so if more weight got put on this side or this side, I didn't have to worry about it trying to break off with leverage. So I actually welded these 1/2-inch round stock bars. Now, I didn't go all the way to the end because I didn't want nothing to hit my hands while I was trying to hook anything. So these bars are actually 18 inches long, and I have 4 of them spaced out. That one's 6 inches. They're actually 6 inches apart all the way to the center. So you got 6 inches, 6 inches, and then 6 inches to the center. And I welded 4 of them down. And then for strut supports from side to side, if I want to put firewood, I've used this carry-all to haul deer, my coolers, some tree stands you've probably seen in other videos, just anything. I've got firewood, I've moved rocks, whatever, for my wife around here landscaping. Everything goes on this instead of beating my bed up. So with that kind of weight, I wanted a strut to weld down. So I actually, it's same stuff, 1/2-inch steel round stock. It's 16 inches. So when you're doing your cutout for this, if you cut your angle iron 2 36 inches and 2 of them 20 inches, then you cut your round stock 4 18s, 4 18-inch cuts and 4 16-inch cuts, you'll end up with all your structure cut. The 13, 8, and 12, 4 16s for the struts and 4 18s for the supports underneath. You'll be good to go. Now, I actually have built a couple of these, and when I build one for like a foreman or a 4-wheeler type, it's got a 2-inch receiver, I always drill my hole from the back 4.5 inches. That's a 5/8 hole, so that the pin will slide through, and that way you ain't got a lot of rattling and moving. But on the, in particular, Pioneer, I've actually had to move the hole back so I could get good clearance for the muffler and have enough in there that I had good support. So the hole is actually drilled 3-inch to center, and of course that's center of the 2-inch channel. So you're going to drill it 1 by 3 if it's a UTV. If it's a Foreman or any type 4-wheeler, Polaris or anything, you just need to measure back, but it's usually 4.5 by 1 inch drilled straight through. So that's basically my do-it-yourself carry-all. You could make it a little bigger, you could make it a little longer, but to me, 24 inches is about as much as you're going to want sticking out there if you're going to be climbing hills or going to Windrock or going on one of these trail rides, and you're going to really be going up something steep, and you've got your cooler and stuff strapped back here to keep your bed free for your passengers, then you probably don't want that extra 4 inches, but you could build it as wide and as skinny as you want to. So I'll put a description of the material I used in the description, how much I used, and of course you can go back to the video at the set point. But I've had a lot of people ask about this. It's real sturdy. I mean, for as far as that goes, you can even put it in your truck. But that's my homemade deer carrier, or whatever you want to call it. All right, that's my DIY deer carrier carry-all. So leave me some comments in the below. Tell me what you think, or even leave me some pictures that show the ones that you might have built off this. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you out. And as always, God bless. We'll catch you next time.